Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an early look at Blockscape. This is a game I've been sitting on for a while. I actually first found it probably just over a year ago. It was very early and a lot of the controls didn't even work properly. He's made tons of progress on it. It has just been released onto Steam, so I figured, I've been putting it off long enough, let's do a video on it. So let's hop in here. There's not a whole lot going on here. There's no options except for the basic launcher at the beginning. And let's pop in here. So new game, you've got play the game, which is your basic survival mode, and just build, which is creative. Go into just build, you've got your infinite plane and normal world. I'm going to do a normal world because I want to show the world generation. There we are. We are now in the world. Oh, good. We're right by a spire. So, as you can see, the world is not made of blocks. Well, it is, for all intents and purposes. It is, but they're rounded. It is very much a smooth voxel, where you've got these blocks, but it tries to keep everything looking uniform and looking neat. It's very interesting. So as you can see, you've got a couple different grids. You've got your 1x1, 2x2, 4x4. So you just kind of smash things out in their respective size, or put them in their respective size. It kind of keeps things nice and smooth. It does a really good job of it too. I'm really impressed with the terrain generation. It's a really funky looking rock. And it looks amazing. Like the trees, the details on the trees are just awesome. I want to say recently, but it was probably 8 months ago that these buildings, these structures were implemented. It's really quite cool. These things are huge. And there's a bunch of different ones. Oh, that looks so cool. The terrain generation in this is amazing. And it is infinite in all directions. So you could dig down forever. You could block up forever. Left, right, north, south, east, west. The whole thing is apparently infinite. Now, I'm sure it will run into similar problems at certain distances. I don't know if, I don't know if the developer has solved it, where, rounding errors and things like that. If you're familiar with Minecraft and, the Farlands of the older versions, that kind of idea. I don't know how they've solved that, but maybe they have. I don't know. I've never tried to go, thousands and thousands of blocks away. As far as I know, in this game, that would take a very long time. I don't think that there's anything kind of remotely like rail tracks or anything like that you can use to just go and let it go for, a few days at a high speed. Also, I do not believe it's stable enough to do that. But anyway, here is your menu. Your hotbar, as you can see, it's kind of broken up into two. You have two hotbars, essentially. 1 through 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, are your block styles or types. T through P, so T, Y, U, I, O, P, those are all the, what would it be? The items, the block types. So you got your style and then type. So you can do, like for me, T is rock. And then 2 is smooth. So I can do a smooth rock, which doesn't work here. Let's go outside. Oop. I'm just whipping all over the place. And this should smooth out the rock. And as you can see, it's just kind of evening it out. If you had any like really hard edges, it would smooth it. And it would take chunks off where needed. This would actually be a good... So it does a very, very light job. And then you can do smaller or larger. And larger will... I guess this would be best called an erode tool. Because it slowly erodes the blocks. Then you've got your sculpt tool, which gives you these kind of roundish blocks. And then your cube tool, which gives you a rounded cube. The difference between these is they look pretty much the same, but this will always be on top of the block. Oop, slid down. As the sculpt tool will intersect within the block, about halfway. So you get these nice natural looking, well, that actually kind of looks like a turtle with a spike out of its back. Anyway, so you get these nice, they almost look natural to me. They look really, really cool. You know, if you get enough of them in the right configuration, you can kind of see how they would be very, very realistic. And then you've got, you know, things like a slope. Just a slope. Very, very simple slope. It also depends, whether it's rounded or not, depends on what item you're doing. So, like, if we come here and we put the stone, so it's kind of rounded. If we go and do planks, it is very, very block. Oh, got stuck in the block. So, there we go. Very, very block. Collision's a little off, especially when flying. But you can definitely see the difference here. It also tries to blend things. That didn't blend very well. But it does try to blend them, and it doesn't use excessive amounts. If it doesn't need the full 4x4, it won't use it. So as you can see, it cut out where the stone was. It's really quite intriguing how this is done. They've got NPCs in it, so let's hop in here. This is your inventory, so this side controls, well, the right-hand side, so you can do palm bark instead of oak bark. Your palm leaves. And we could build ourselves a little palm tree. I don't know how well this is going to work out, but, you know, why not try? There we go. It looks beautiful. Looks like crap, but, you know, you get the idea. You can build yourself your own little palm trees, or you could, you know, do something else with it. They've also got nice lampposts. Oh, that shouldn't have. Oh, because that's the only item I have that would be valid for it. So you can build yourself a lamppost. You can build your lamppost out of almost anything. I should be able to build it out of stone. I did that before. Yeah, there we go. Nice stone lamppost. It's just that simple. And of course, you can put it on the wall. As you can see, the block on the wall and then you block on the floor are very, very different. So it keeps track of things very, very well. Let's hop in here, see what else we got. We got corners, you've got fluids, a window. So this should be like that. That's not the best way to do it. It does do everything based on your orientation. So if you're oriented this way, it'll place it that way. If you are, you know, this way, it's going to place it that way, which is not what we want. There we go. And not perfect, but not bad. you know, I would probably chisel out some of that and, you know, make it a little bit more connected. But now we've got a window that we can clearly jump through. Okay, I was not expecting to be able to jump through it, but whatever. Whatever. Flowers. Then you've got here, you've got, you know, a helmet. These I have not used. I think these are mostly just models. They don't, from what I understand, a lot of this doesn't do anything, like your pickaxe. It doesn't actually do anything, except you can place it on the ground. Looks really cool, though. Anyway, let's get rid of you. And then you've got here. This is the neat stuff. So let's hop out here. And let's put a bed right here. And there we go. We now have Jonah Starborn. Yeah, Jonah. And apparently they're hungry and have no table. I am hungry and have no mouth. So let's create a table. Let's pop you there. There you go. Walk over to the table. And they will eat and walk over to their bed. I have not played around with the NPCs at all. I don't actually know what to do with them. From what I've read, they're supposed to work for you and do things. I've not attempted this. You've got your nice little forge. I'm assuming you queue up some things within, say, the forge. Tell it to craft, and the NPCs will actually take care of that. That's my assumption. I feel free to let me know how these guys work in the comments. I have not actually tried them myself. This has a... I'm going to use a lot of comparisons to Minecraft. This has a analog to redstone. So you've got your engines. Copper, steel, silver, and gold. Again, I don't know the difference, but there we go. Oop. Let's only have one engine. And then you've got bugs. Good old bugs. A fish. A swan. Let's take a look at this swan. I have yet to take a look at this. Okay, that looks kind of cool. That actually looks kind of cool. There we go. 4 of them. 4 swans. You know what? We'll give you a swan too. Alright. And you've got workbench, which is simply for more advanced crafting. This is actually a good example of its smoothing. It does this smoothing, so the snow from the top here has kind of gone on the table to make it look like it's been there for a while, and it kind of edges together. In this particular case, not really desired, but it's a cool effect. Let's see, what do we have that can be used for... that can use electricity? What if a pipe is used? Yep, that's... I really don't know anything about the electricity component of this, but that is cool. That is kind of cool. Is that... oh, that does connect. Or at least it looks like it connects. Pretty much everything looks like it connects. Oh, no, that doesn't connect. Okay, so I'm guessing that can go on those. That's cool. This is a really cool system. From what I understand of it, it's going to be quite advanced. There we go, a nice little loop. That'll probably explode. Let's just walk away. So already, this is coming along very, very well. I have had quite a few crashes with it, I'll be honest. It tends to crash a lot on me when I try to save, or if I go too far away. And that kind of seems like a common issue with me. Now, I don't know if that's just me, if that's my bad luck, or what. but that's how it seems. Currently, the only mobs in the game are bugs. Let's hop down here. We will apparently not die. Normally, you lose health when you fall. Apparently, that time you didn't. It is not bug-free. There's been a couple points where I was walking around one of these and I jumped and yeah, see that. You can kind of climb along the wall like Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I am not in fly mode. You can see by my little crafting thing that there is no flight. There's no little wings. See, there's fly mode. So it's definitely still got some bugs. But he has made so much progress on this in just the last little while. I don't know what his plans are for releasing it. I don't really know anything aside from he just finally released it onto Steam Greenlight. It was greenlit a while ago, quite a while ago actually. It was, I can't remember exactly when, but it was shortly after he launched the Greenlight campaign, I believe. Anyway, I'm kind of just rambling at this point. Definitely check it out. Again, as with all early access games, keep an eye on them. Unless it looks like something you really might enjoy right now, don't necessarily run out and pick it up. It is worth it. I've had it for, like I said, at least a year now. And it is quite enjoyable. It's come a long way. Definitely worth a look. And the developer, his name is Jens or Jens, depending on how you want to pronounce it, I guess. I think the proper way is Jens, but don't quote me on that. I am not Swedish. And he is very active. Very, very active. He's active on the forums. He's active on Twitter. He's constantly updating this. Constantly has new builds available. I don't know if all of his builds that he's going to be doing are going to be available on Steam, or if he's just going to continue doing a lot of the forum builds, and then every time he gets one that he considers stable, releasing it to Steam. I have not heard anything like that. He may have said it, and I just missed it, but I don't know. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on the website, which is blockscape.com. Link will be in the description. Keep an eye on the Steam discussion pages if you're interested in this game. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.